Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy, GentooMan, also known as Rainy. That was a really fucked up version of my intro. Also, I'm sorry if I sound like I just won a cactus eating contest. I'm a little sick at the moment. I got a little case of the sniffles. I be sneezing, shit like that. But, I really got to get back on my YouTube grind. I've been doing this for I've been operating this channel for upwards of a year and a half now. And I've been falling off my grind, you guys have been doing good with the numbers, and then I kind of fell off. So the numbers fell off, which is understandable, and I really need to keep making shit. So here I am back again. Sorry for the long intro. I got a pretty funny story for you guys today, and we're going to hop into it. Sorry for the super scuffed intro. So today's story time takes place approximately a week ago. I was just out of town. Went out of town with my girlfriend and some friends for Halloween. Which, by the way, let me guys know down in the comments what you guys were for Halloween. I love to know what you guys' Halloween costumes were. I was Chris McClane from Total Drama Island. So our big move for Halloween was me, my girlfriend, and one of her friends. We all went out of town to see some of my girlfriend's friends from a small town that she used to live in. And we met up in a different city than any of us live in. And we were going to go, clubbing. Do some Halloween shit. So we promptly did that. We showed up there. We got to our hotel. We were doing our thing in costume. It was a pretty nice Halloween. There's a cool story on that day involving a horseman, but that'll probably be a different video. Where today's story really takes place is we were in this city for about 2 days. I think it was 2 days, 2 nights. And then the day after that, we left. And some of my girlfriend's friends from the small town, they went back to their small town, but one of them, who is my girlfriend's close friend, came with us, and the 4 of us were going to a different town to do other things. Now, the original plan was for the 4 of us to go in one car to the second destination, but my girlfriend's friend, who was with us, she had decided to bring her own car to the first destination, so we had 2 cars going to the same place. And, I'm kind of sick of calling her my girlfriend's friends. We're going to call her Haley. Haley is this out-of-town girl. So Haley, she got this really old car, right? And she was going to have to take that, but she would be driving by herself. So my girlfriend came up with the idea that she was going to drive with Haley for this 4-hour drive. So they could talk, they could catch up. Then I would go, and I'd go in the car that we took out there, which was with my girlfriend's other friend from our town. We're going to call her Letty. So that's exactly what we did. My girlfriend and Haley went in Haley's car, and me and Letty went in Letty's car. And we were on our way. We hit the gas station. We got gas. And then off we went. It was about a 4-hour drive. And, yeah, I was just sitting in that passenger seat, passenger princessing that shit up. I had a bag of dill pickle chips in hand. I was chilling, and me and Letty, we were listening to true crime podcasts. And, I don't know who told who, but both my girlfriend and Letty, listen to this podcast called Murder with My Husband. They kind of been getting me into that shit recently, so that's what we were listening to. So shout out them. So we get to the point, we're listening to this one podcast, right? And it's just the most fucked up shit I have ever heard. True crime, I find it very interesting, but, it definitely, it kind of put a damper on the mood. So after that, we kind of stopped the podcast. We turned on some music, but we turned it down a little bit. We're kind of just yapping for a little bit, talking as you do in the car, talking about, childhood shows, stuff like that. Kind of just dumped our entire, lore on each other. So eventually, I get a call from my girlfriend, and we all 4 of us make a decision to pull off somewhere so we can have some food. Now, we had prepped for this trip. We had a cooler, we had buns, we had bread, we had condiments, and we had salami and cheese, and we were going to survive off salami sandwiches because we were all broke as shit. My voice keeps cutting out and dying. This is literally painful to record, but fuck it, we do it for you guys. So anyways, we pull out the cooler. At this point, we've had this cooler for probably 4 days since we put ice in it. And we pull out the cooler and we start trying to whip up some sandwiches. The only issue is we got 3 packs of salami. And 2 of them were just straight open. Actually, all 3 of them were straight open. One of them was out of the way. 2 of them were open and just in a fuck ton of water because all our ice melted. So we had this really moist salami that was not fucking it, dude. It was almost white. It was really pale. It didn't taste good. It was a problem. And in the one package that was out of the way, there was barely any salami in there. So we all whipped up like one tiny sandwich on a bun. And then we kind of just said, fuck this shit. There's a Subway down the road. We're going there. So that's what we did. We hopped back in the cars. We zipped down the road, pulled up to a Subway. It was like a Subway and gas stations, like Subway and convenience store. Pretty cool. And then we went in the Subway and we ordered. I ordered my favorite thing on the Subway menu because you guys already know. You don't change your order at Subway. It's not really how it goes. You kind of like decide on your order when you're younger, and that's just your Subway order. That's kind of how it goes. You don't really change, you know what I'm saying? So if any of you fellas out there want to try out the GentooMan meal at Subway, not sponsored, but maybe I could be one day, here's what you're gonna do. As most women don't say, size doesn't matter, so it depends how hungry you are. You can either get the 6-inch or the foot long. On this particular day, I got the foot long because I was a hungry boy. But you're gonna want to get that Italian herbs and cheese bread, right? It's clearly the best bread. There's no better bread than the Italian herbs and cheese. It's just the one. So you're going to want to get that. And then you're going to want to get a pizza sub. Now, hear me out. I know the pizza sub is like the most childish thing at Subway, but hear me out. I'm going to cook here. You want to get a pizza sub. You want to get it with cheddar cheese and extra marinara sauce. You're going to want to get that hoe toasted, and then you're going to want to get some veggies on there. You're going to want red onions, peppers. I think it's green peppers. I don't remember the fuck peppers they have. You're going to want banana peppers. You're going to want black olives. And you're going to want to top that bitch off with some chipotle sauce. And then get that Dr. Pepper on the side. And shit is fire. Yeah, that's how you try out the GentooMan meal at Subway. Subway did not sponsor me. I just like that meal. Then you guys try it. Let me know what you thought. Subway's a weird fucking place, though, dude. I like Subway, but, like, we went, and Haley, my girlfriend's friend from out of town, that girl, she ordered a veggie sub, I think, and the first thing they do is they take this fucking, like, loaf of something, and they put it on bread, and so she kind of looks at me, and I look at her, and she's like, I'm like, what'd you order? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, fuck you mean you don't know? She's like, well, I ordered a veggie sub, and I'm like, is that stuffing? 'Cause that's what it looked like. It looks like the Thanksgiving stuffing. She's like, I don't know, maybe. I'm like, fuck you mean you don't know? Like, what did you order? Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here. Everyone else got a 6-inch sub, but I was hungry, as I previously mentioned, so I got a foot long. Ate about half of it while everyone ate their half. And then we took a little stroll into the convenience store while I was still trying to finish off my second half of my sandwich. And, we got ourselves some hot beverages. So, my girlfriend's a big tea drinker. She got herself a tea. So did Haley. I think Letty got herself a coffee. Now, I don't mind tea, but I don't really fuck with coffee most of the time personally. So I just got myself a nice hot chocolate because that's what I was feeling. So, we got the hot bevs. We got the sandwich, or at least I have half a sandwich. And we head back to the Whips, and we roll out. Now, at this point, I had my hands full, right? I'm trying to, situate myself. I got a sandwich in hand, and so I hold my hot chocolate between my legs. It's in my lap. It's between my legs. It's pretty secure, and it's fine. It's all fine. I'm situating myself. So Letty boots up the map, and we start going. But for some fucking reason, this map decides to not make us just take the turn back onto the road. Decides to make us turn the other way and go around this, long circular road with a really sharp turn to get back to the road. Now, I was not really paying attention because, as previously mentioned, I was trying to situate myself. I had a lot of shit in my seat, and I was trying to get it moved. And I had one hand with the sandwich, one hand trying to do everything else, and my hot chocolate was just chilling between my legs, which was bad news for me. Everything was going fine until we took one sharp turn too many, and a bunch of my hot chocolate came flying out of my cup, and it landed straight on my dick, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. It was right there. It was really fucking hot. It burnt my shit shut damn near. So I was cringing in pain, right? And Letty's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's all good. Damn near dying at this point. And eventually I recover. I lock in. I'm good. And we're just kind of talking about it. And Letty's like, oh, man, I'm sorry that I burnt your leg like that. And I'm like, yeah, that wasn't quite my leg. And then she was like, oh, shit. And she starts, profusely apologizing. And I'm like, it's okay. It wasn't your fault. It was Google Maps' fault. Then we got on the subject of that, You know that lady who sued McDonald's because her coffee was really hot? I'm like, can I sue the gas station because the hot chocolate was too hot and it burnt the fuck out of my dick? And we landed on the conclusion of maybe, because I'm pretty sure that the criteria for that is if the cup says it's really hot, then you can't, because the cup told you. The cup didn't say that, but the lid did. So if we got rid of the lid, then like maybe I could get away with that. But I don't got money for a lawyer, so I'm not doing that. So the moral of today's story, my dear friends, my esteemed compatriots, is especially on a road trip, do not hold your hot bev between your legs, because you may accidentally scald the fuck out of your penis. And truthfully, I don't wish that upon any of you. I would like you all to survive in that way. And I mean, hey, maybe you're not a guy. Maybe you wouldn't burn your penis. Maybe you'd burn something else. And I don't want that for you either. I want all of my viewers' crotch area to remain unscald. That was a really weird way to end the video, but that's the moral of today's story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to stay on this YouTube grind a lot more. Truthfully, we got them mental illnesses, and I'm also a lazy piece of shit, so keeping up with schedule is kind of difficult, but I'm hoping to get into the groove of it. I'm working on like an actual schedule for this channel, like on the daily. I'm probably going to do a video talking about it soon, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all more than anything. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.